today, I'm just gonna say if I can get the car to the racetrack and on the track, it'll be a win in my books, because this has taken me pretty much all off season to get this Duramax running.
A few hours later.
Holy smokes, it's been a long off season, man, but we're back. Finally got a race video for you guys. As you can hear, got the super truck out there idling. Just pulled out the hobby stock, but anyways, we're back. Gonna go racing with an enclosed trailer and a diesel. It's been one hell of a freaking year for me. Just been one thing after another, but back. And I know I lost a lot of you guys out there, subscribers and stuff, and people that are watching, because, you know, racing content's fun. I haven't been putting anything out. So if you guys are back with us, thank you for joining us again. This is Cherezian Racing. I'm Ryan, and we're gonna go race Antioch Speedway tomorrow. If everything hooks up. I've never hooked up the diesel to the trailer. I still gotta get my trailer brakes working and all that junk, so we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull the super truck in here now, get an oil change on it, and then go from there. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right, warming her up over there. As you guys can see, the hobby stock is under its own power, but I'm not gonna tell you guys really what happened and all that. I'll let you guys see this in the next video probably of us breaking in the motor and all that good stuff, but it's coming along. Dad's here, airing up the tires. So this thing's been sitting here since October, and I'm gonna go out and plan a race tomorrow. It's not the way to do it, but I've been so rushed for time and stuff, that's the only thing I can do at this point, so let's go give her hell. All right, just changed the blood, and I don't know what the hell's going on here, but this is like the third time in a row now that when I open up this power steering reservoir cap, it's just like straight foam. There's so many big bubbles coming up, and I've had this problem a couple times now, and so I don't know what the deal is. I tighten all the lines up, all the hoses are tight, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I got a spare one of these power steering pumps here. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that guy on, but the problem is I don't have a power steering pulley puller, and that pulley down there is different diameter than this one is, so I'm hoping that Eric can find a set or something at work, because he's at work today, and bring one over so we can get it swapped over. But it's really weird, because you'll be I'll be in here with the power steering, and it just feels like you can feel the bubbles in it, all the aeration, and it's topped off and everything, and we bled it a shitload of times. So I don't know what the deal is. If you guys have ever had one of these Speedway or Sweet steel pumps like this sucking air from somewhere, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna try this different pump out and see what happens. It's exactly the same as that one is, but I just got a spare. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up this trailer brake controller to the trailer. Dad's been working on the trailer pretty much all day, getting little stuff buttoned up. He's currently putting up some lights. Nice work. These lights that Fleming Family Racing gave us, these badass, I think they're called kryptonite lights, pit lights. We're gonna get those on the trailer, and it'll be really nice to have some serious light in the pits. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to hook this guy up. Never done one of these before, and hopefully everything on the trailer wiring harness is good. All right, this guy is installed, and we just checked. The brakes on the trailer are making noise, so it's gotta be a good sign. This is a cheapo Hopkins made in China special, so hopefully that's gonna be okay for now. I might have to get a better one down the road. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. All right, race car's looking brand new, thanks to Eric. Clean as a whistle. Didn't really have time to do any setup changes on it, besides we did change the right front spring, thanks to Mr. Connor. And I just took the trailer down the road. Trailer brakes work. Seems like everything's working fine, so we're gonna load it up and then try to figure out these torsion bar things on the trailer's tongue here. I don't really know the proper name for these things, but they came with the trailer. And I don't know, we're gonna see how they work. I know the chain hooks in here and it's supposed to get some weight off the tongue. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. We had to put some hooks on the chain here. So I don't know why they didn't have hooks to begin with, but now they have hooks. And so this is a pretty big step. Today, I'm just gonna say if I can get the car to the racetrack and on the track, it'll be a win in my books, because this has taken me pretty much all off season to get this Duramax running and running reliable. And then you know, I had to put some new trailer tires on the trailer and go through the brakes, all that stuff. It's just it's been a long process, so I'm happy to get this thing hopefully to the track in one piece. We'll see. Cross my fingers here.
Yeah, see, it doesn't work.
All right, so we're here. I'll recap what happened, but the first dilemma is we can't get a drawer open on the toolbox, and it's definitely unlocked.
It's...
Nope, broke it. Oh, she got it. That thing was stuck.
Lord.
All right, so as far as getting here, holy smokes, we made it. Truck didn't break down, trailer brakes worked, actually towed pretty dang smooth. Haven't really had a whole lot of time here to film, but just went out for hot laps. They watered the track right before we went out, so it's super soupy. No point even going out on the track in that kind of conditions. But anyways, that's the story. Eric's here, been busting his ass since yesterday. Luckily it's not hot. Yeah, Thursday.
How about you? I'm sweating.
It's only like 70 degrees.
Yeah, but I just pulled like 30 pounds of mud off your car.
Really?
Go look at the right rear.
I just told him to just water the track right before we went out, so there's a little bit in there, just a wee bit. Oh, and this bit is gonna be a double whammy because that's our old IMCA stock car right there.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? Johnny came all the way down from Auburn with Pam, with my old race car. Got a new paint job here.
Yeah, hi.
It's the number 48 Johnny IMCA stock car / pure stock now. Looks pretty good. How'd she feel, Captain?
Pretty sloppy out there.
Yeah.
Very sloppy.
But this is what, your 4th race of the season already now?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been racing a whole bunch up there in Placerville.
A lot different dirt up in Placerville.
Yeah.
No scraping in Placerville. It's red dirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's different, but I thought maybe they'd get a little bit of mud up there too.
No.
No? All right. Well, there she is in all her glory. A lot of secrets in there. You can't look at them.
Alrighty, Mr. Cherezian.
All right, so Olivia just got here, and there's absolutely no footage of the heat race, or not the heat race, the hot laps we just did, because she's our film girl.
I was at work.
Yeah, she just got here from work. But like I said, it was nothing to watch. I almost smacked the wall, sliding all the way up because the track is so soupy. And then a guy in front of me just about spun out, and I almost clobbered him. So yeah, you didn't miss much, but we're here.
More to come.
Skylar, you're the man.
Thank you.
That one not.
Alright. Leaving for the heat race. I can't say anything, but I'm just showing you guys. And then Ryan will tell you. Alright.
Well, I got lucky, I guess, on that one. Felt pretty good, actually. Car handled decent. I'm just not making any forward traction, just spinning the tires. But we ended up winning, as you guys saw. And they just moved us from second on the mains to first. So I'm going to mad dash to get in the car. We had a little bit of contact, had a little bit of a sandwich in turn 2, which took out basically both rear rims. So we had to put a fresh set on and made no other changes. So we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. Good luck.
Thank you. Eric, is that cap on? Check it.
Alright, winner, winner. That's my husband.
You know what? I guess we just gotta stop working on this thing and pull it out of the weeds and make it work.
Okay, got your trophy. It's a good one. Look at that.
Here, take it.
I like the plaques better.
I don't, cause yeah, that's memories.
You can display them better. Like
Yeah.
put them on the wall, like we have them in the garage.
But he
You can't hang
want-
that on the garage.
You can, just won't look good.
We can stick a nail right there.
Yeah, right
hang it
there.
on the rafters.
What do you say for your victory?
¿Cómo estás? All right, we're parked here. My whole racing career, I figured that you had to put in a bunch of hard work on the race car to get into victory lane, but apparently all you gotta do is put a bunch of hard work into your tow vehicle and your trailer and not touch your car to get an easy win. Because all we've been doing the last 2 days is working on the trailer and the tow vehicle and hooking up the trailer brakes and the lighting and organizing some tools and shit, but we haven't done that much.
I mean,
And
it just
somehow-
came into the garage yesterday
Yeah.
after sitting for months.
And this is what you get. Crazy. So we're celebrating a little bit right here. Some Starbucks pesto turkey sandwiches and a couple cool drinks. Don't I look about 5 years younger? Had to do it, guys. Had to do it. It's getting a little hot. I just watched the video that I just put together, and I realized that there's a whole bunch of stuff I left out. And I figured I wrote down a couple bullet notes here to kind of fill in some of the gaps that I left out that you guys might have questions to about the night. But I guess the way I can kind of start this outro out with is a quote from one of my favorite racing movies. That's 3, you know, about Dale Earnhardt's life. And in that movie, Ralph Earnhardt, his dad, said, "Son, it ain't always the guy who has the fastest car that wins. It's the guy who refuses to lose." And that summed up the night completely. By looking at the lap times, I was definitely not the fastest car by any means. You know, I was 4/10 slower in a heat race and 3/10 slower in the main compared to the second place car. So definitely did not have the fastest car, and that was with me out front. If he was in front of me, he might have yarded me big time. But I kept on seeing his nose pop underneath me, and I figured, you know what? I better protect the bottom. If he wants to try to pass me on the high side, that's all him. But it's kind of a 1-lane track. So I just went down there and I just tried to protect. And I just refused to lose, you know? So it felt pretty good. But I definitely don't have the fastest car. And one of the reasons for that is, you know, we got these 8-inch tires still. And the rules have changed over the last 4 or 5 years. Now these guys can run the 12-inch late model tires. So I'm missing 4 inches a tire of rubber. So that's killing me on making traction and stuff. But, you know, I got so many of these tires still left over here and 8-inch rims that it would just cost me a fortune to start fresh. And I'm just going to keep on running them, you know. That's all I'm going to do. I can't afford to keep up. And, you know, the small motor we have in this car, the 357, it's definitely low on power. But the biggest problem, I think, with the speed of this car was the fact that I'm still having a horrible stumble mid-corner with the carburetor. And so when the car is like laid over hard in the corner and under full load, lower RPM, it just starts bogging down and goes blah, 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 blah. And I got to keep my foot all the way on the floor. And then it finally will clear out and it just goes wah! And it's hard to control wheel slip because, you know, I can't really modulate the throttle very well. So I was spinning tires like nobody's business. You guys heard it in the video. And I just had to crutch the car. It's still not turning too good on the center of the corner, so I was having to back it in like usual, but that's not anything I'm not used to doing. But yeah, definitely not the fastest car, and still was able to pull off. So it's the second win we've had in this super truck, as you guys probably know, and it's the first time I've ever had a clean sweep where I won the heat race and the main. So it felt pretty good doing that. But I didn't do any changes to the car since the last race, like I told you guys, besides move, well, I moved the J-bar, but I replaced the front spring to a lower rate, and I did move the J-bar, which I didn't tell you guys, down about a ½ inch on the chassis side, which would have lowered my roll center in the rear, and I think that did help a little bit, free up the car enough for me to win the race. But I talked about the power steering problem we're having, and I did not end up changing that pump out. I don't know what the deal is, but as soon as we got to the track, I filled the power steering fluid all the way up to the very top, and we just kept on checking it. And we pulled the cap off after every race, and there was a little bit of bubbles, not much, but just like a little bit of aeration on the first time we pulled the cap off, and then the rest of the night, there was nothing. So I don't know what the deal is there. I'm thinking that maybe the problem might be with the fluid I'm using. I'm using just this regular old GM, not even synthetic power steering fluid. It's clear. And every time I race, it gets overheated and it gets black. And so I'm not sure if this is the right fluid. If you guys have any recommendations on different power steering fluid to use with that style pump, the steel like Speedway style pump, let me know. I've heard some people use ATF. I don't know. You guys let me know what you found over the years. Another thing that took a long time is to get in the car loaded and unloaded. It doesn't fit. The nose is too wide, so I have to like take off the spring steel on the left-hand side of the nose and push it way in, and that's getting it in. Getting it out, it's even more tricky because obviously it's like a reverse wedge. We got this big old lip right here on the trailer, so that was kind of a pain in the butt. You know, I figured that having an enclosed trailer is going to be easier to load than the open trailer, but it's not at the moment. And we also have a problem with this ramp being too steep of an angle here. Can't even talk today, geez. And so when the nose comes up, it like hits it real bad, and then it pulls it way up, and it tries to pull the whole nose off the car. So I'm gonna have to do some work and maybe figure out a way to put a couple boards or something here to try to make the angle better. But it just took a long time, and it was the first time we tried to do it, so I understand that it was probably not the best idea doing it on race day, but it just took forever trying to get it unloaded and loaded at the track in here. But the truck itself, you know, I used to be able to come in here after the race and do a big U-turn here, and now I can't do that. I came really, really close to hitting the house over here on this side, and I'm jackknifing the trailer right here. You can see I got a big old mark right here. And so I'm gonna have to modify, I think, this tailgate here. This utility bed sticks out here pretty far. So I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and chop this off right here and angle it, and hopefully that'll give me enough clearance to make that U-turn. But it pretty much was a pain in the butt getting this thing back here. And I was gonna race Stockton the next day on Sunday, which is down the street from my house too, about 35 minutes. But I decided after we had all these problems with the trailer and the truck, I just got a bad feeling about it. And we didn't maintenance the car at all, pretty much, besides changing the oil. And I just figured that I might have used up all my luck winning the race. And I figured that maybe if we went to Stockton and we didn't look at the car, and I do want to do some like maintenance on like changing the rear gear oil out and the tranny fluid, and we definitely had to do tire work and just getting a good look at the car overall, and maybe finding some broken parts or something. Without doing that, I wasn't comfortable doing it, so we didn't go. But that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. The second win feels real good, and if you guys are new and just watching our channel for the first time right now, we got a whole bunch of videos back starting from 2019 when I first started doing this vlog thing. So if you guys want to check that out and see how basically we built this car, not from scratch, but close to it, you know, building the motor for it, chopping off the rear end and redoing all the spring locations and stuff. We got a whole bunch of videos. We mostly do videos right here in the shop because we don't race nearly as much as we'd like to, but I try to show everything on what it takes to get the car to the track. Well, 2 cars now. We got the hobby stock over there every week, and it's just a lot of work, as you guys might know, but we got a whole bunch of good videos, so you guys want to check that out. Got a lot of stuff, a lot of good content for you guys. So you guys remember, if it's bent, it ain't broken, like it says on the rear spoiler there. And I will see you guys next time here on Cherezian Racing. Thanks for watching.